Have you ever felt like you're just on a treadmill? You're doing all the right things, you're following the map, but you're not really getting anywhere extraordinary? Well, today we're going to dive into a really simple but powerful idea that could be the key to breaking that cycle and unlocking a future that's anything but standard. So let's start with a big question, one that I think a lot of us have asked ourselves. Why is it that a standard education so often leads to, well, standard results? You followed the playbook, right? You checked all the boxes that were supposed to guarantee success, but life just feels kind of average. It's a super frustrating feeling, so let's unpack exactly why this happens. You see, it's because there's this path that is so well-trodden, so familiar, that we often don't even realize we're stuck on it. We're going to call it the standard results trap, and it might just be the thing that's holding you back more than you think. I mean, there's a real disconnect here, isn't there? You put in all the work, you followed all the rules you were given, but the payoff just doesn't seem to match the effort. It is so easy to feel like you're just another face in the crowd, and honestly, that can be incredibly disheartening. Okay, so here's the why behind it all. The standard path is basically a one-size-fits-all approach. Think about it. A fixed curriculum means everybody is learning the exact same thing. Standardized goals mean everyone is aiming for the exact same target. And when you have that kind of setup, what do you get? You get predictable, standard outcomes. The system isn't designed to create outliers. It's built for consistency. So, the big question is, how do we break free? How do we actually get out of this trap and carve our own path, get off that treadmill for good? Well, it's time to look beyond the standard and explore a completely different way of thinking. And here's the answer: self-education. Now, this isn't just about passively scrolling or watching videos. No. This is about a deliberate daily act of acquiring knowledge that actually lines up with your unique goals. It's about you taking the steering wheel of your own learning journey. So let's go back and complete that picture. On the other side of this standard path, we have the extraordinary one. Instead of a fixed curriculum, you have the total freedom of self-directed learning. Instead of standardized goals, you get the power of personalized growth. And this is the best part: you trade those predictable outcomes for absolutely uncapped potential. This is where things get really exciting. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds like a huge commitment, a monumental task. But the real beauty of this whole idea is its simplicity. We're not talking about a massive life overhaul here. We're talking about a small, totally manageable commitment that can have a huge impact. Your daily 30 minutes. That's it, just 30 minutes. Let that sink in for a second. It's not about going back to school for another degree or spending a fortune. It's about finding one tiny pocket of time in your day and dedicating it entirely to your own growth. That small, consistent investment is what will compound into massive returns down the line. And the process itself, it's incredibly simple. Step 1, you find your 30 minutes and you guard them. This is your time. Step 2, you choose what you're going to feed your mind. And step 3, and this is absolutely the most crucial part, you just show up. Every single day. Consistency is the secret sauce that turns this simple habit into a life-changing practice. So what should you be reading in those 30 minutes? Well, the key here is variety, a balanced diet for your brain. Find something positive that just lifts you up and shapes your outlook. Find something instructional that teaches you a new skill or gives you a new tool for your toolbox. And find something challenging that really stretches your mind and forces you to see the world in a new way. That blend is a recipe for some seriously rapid growth. All right, so what's the ultimate payoff for this daily commitment? What do you get? It's so much more than just a little extra knowledge. It's a massive advantage, a way to basically compress time and leapfrog ahead of the curve. We can call it the 5-year shortcut. 5. This number represents the single biggest, most mind-blowing payoff of this entire idea. What it represents is 5 years of struggle. 5 years of trial and error, of making costly mistakes, of learning everything the hard way, that you get to just skip entirely. Learn from other people's experiences through books to save yourself 5 years of struggle. Just think about what that really means. Every book is a lifetime of experience, of wins and losses, condensed into a few hundred pages. By reading, you're not just gaining knowledge, you're literally gaining time. You're learning from the mistakes of others so you don't have to make them yourself. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you could have a 5-year head start right now, what would you do with it? What would you build? Who would you become? The power to get that head start is right there in your hands, and it all begins with just 30 minutes a day.